to our Halloween edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline. We're live in the BPTV studios. Trick or treat, everybody. Al Levine here with Smokin' Jim Frazier. Be safe out in the streets. I come by with the pizza from Olive Oil's Pizzeria and the hoagie and saw some kids and parents and dogs. My goodness, cats and dogs were walking the houses too getting candy. I saw everything. Great night for Halloween, nice and clear right now. A little chilly out there, but they look good in their costumes. Thank you for watching us on Comcast 7, only in Bethel Park. Thanks for watching us on Verizon 32 in Bethel Park, and all the way from Nemacolin to Cranberry and Wexford and all points in between. We appreciate it. Our Facebook page has been fluctuating from 6,538 to 6,544. I left the house, it was 6,541. So thank you for watching our shows and all those likes, because we work hard on Facebook and it's a great way to get the word out. And we put all kind of stuff up on the page and go from there. So thank you very much again. We appreciate it. And I'll have a couple things I want to show, but beginning of our show, we start with What's on Your Mind. It's sponsored by Skeets Lewandowski of Skeets Service Station, right there past Trax Farm in Mineral Beach. And anything that runs on gas, he works on. So check that out. He always has a great job to do on your gas. I was looking for his number. I don't have his number today. What the heck? Here it is, 724-348-4715. Call Skeets. Anything on gas. He's one of the most honest mechanics that I've ever met. And he even has a breakfast buffet that Smokin' Jim said will be there sometime on a Monday morning. And one of his buddies, Al, goes to Bethel Bakery, which is 1 mile from my house. So I travel 7 miles to get the Bethel Bakery donut from Al at Skeets Service Station. Check that out. Hey, we got some advertisements. You know, I always got something going on. First thing up is Olive Oil's Pizzeria. Check this out. 412-831-1900. They always have pizza, hoagies, salads. All their food is great. Check it out. Frank Finero is a great owner of the business. You can call and they got all kind of different people. Sarah's the manager tonight. Joe's there helping out on pizza and all the rest of the crew. Check them out. They made a great pizza for us and hoagie. Bethel Park Historical Society Schoolhouse Arts and History Center. Go online and check out the Bethel Park Historical Society. Donate as little as $1. They're great in the community. They got that trolley on South Park Road that just hangs there in the yard. You can find them driving by on South Park Road there, right near Park Avenue. So check that out. Stay Joey Strong. Poor Joey didn't make it to his 9th birthday. Had DIPG, a brain cancer. You can go to the Joey Favis Childhood Cancer Foundation, another 501c3. Donate as little as $1. They have different events. Their 5K, we always film and have that. Have a lot of people involved here, 300, 400, 500, 800 people. So check it out. They dress up in costumes. Joey liked the costumes and he loves Halloween. So happy Halloween in heaven, Joey. We got an event coming up. Muay Thai at the Ross Township Community Center. Doors open at 5, fights start at 6. Andy Anderson is promoting this event. A lot of great fights. We're going to have a guest on the 13th, Jill Bell. She's fighting a Muay Thai event. In her corner is Pittsburgh Sportsline Hall of Famer, Jamie Chesney. Woo! She'll be back on our show on the 13th. Check that out. Now, if you have a group that needs some money here in Bethel Park, let me tell you about bpcf.org, Bethel Park Community Foundation. Great group, great 501c3. Check them out, get an application and apply. You can get from $100 to $5,000. I'm a trustee on the board. Come on out there. I'd like to see you there trying to help your group out in Bethel Park. All right, last promo coming up. I know I look like Uncle Sam. A lot of people compliment me on looking good here, and I want you for BPTV. 412-831-3304. We got Steve the Rookie of the Year, according to Smoking Jim Frazier. Fisher running the control room with Ethan on the soundboard. Check that out. And they're doing a heck of a job. Look at how they're showing us on TV for you folks. There I am with my face and Uncle Sam. I want you for BP TV. All right, here's what's on your mind. Smoking Jim Frazier, what's on your mind?
Thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. And if you want the green...
There, we're so close. I got to say, Chip is handing out candy. Here it is.
All right.
Pass it right to you.
And here back my option quarterback days.
We got it.
But, hey, just update everybody. Last week I actually did a show with a group of friends at the Jerome Bettis's Bar and Grill there.
What'd you eat?
On the north side.
What'd you
eat? I didn't eat. You know, I don't like to eat before an event, and I got right out of there after the event. But the event was actually...
you pulled your Batman move right out the door.
I pulled the Batman move, but the event was actually in the Jerome Bettis's, what they call his coach's clubhouse. Wow. And it was nice. Leather furniture all in there. They had Jerome Bettis's shoes that he wore in the Super Bowl. He had his Notre Dame shoes. Had pictures all around of guys like Jerome Bettis, Hines Ward, and Big Ben. So I did
How about Martavius Bryant?
None that I could see of Bryant, but
okay.
So I did the show it was a 2-hour show. I did it standing up because I didn't want to sit on them couches. Who knows what went down on those couches?
Oh, was this a TV show you did?
It was a Facebook Live show, so it was real nice. But I won't be back. You know, I felt like I needed some shots coming. A shot coming out of Jerome Bettis's. You know,
the busiest
box.
Man in local Pittsburgh media. Smoking Jim Frazier strikes again.
But this week there won't be a Pittsburgh Sports Line Team of the Week or Player of the Week because a lot of great players and great performances was from players and teams that didn't make the playoffs, so they don't get no shout out on here for that. So I will go through the WPIAL brackets, and I'll let you know who's going to win the WPIAL championship in every category. And if I get a little long-winded, Al Levine, the talking machine.
No, we got time. No chip here. Yeah, there's no chip. You could be long-winded.
All right, I'll start off in single A. California and Clairton are the two top seeds. I look for Monty Christian Academy to make a run, but on the championship game, I got California beating Clairton. In double A, I have an upset. I have a Pittsburgh Sports Line Karma, which will come to effect then.
What?
Frazier is actually in Class A in the playoffs, so congratulations to them. North Catholic and Washington High School are in the same brackets. I think Wash High will eventually beat them to merge for the championship, but I have the winner, the Pittsburgh Sports Line Karma. I got Charleroi knocking off Washington to win Class AA championship. In AAA, I think it'll be pretty easy this year. I think Seton LaSalle and Quaker Valley are two pretty good teams, but I look for Aliquippa, who hasn't been scored on but one time all year, to not only dominate the WPIAL but win states. How about in 4A classification? Montour looks pretty good. They have our buddy that transferred there, Brandon Lipford. He's there.
What about South Fayette?
South Fayette is there. We also have Thomas Jefferson and Bell Vernon. Thomas Jefferson only has one loss. That was to Bell Vernon. I think Bell Vernon will beat them again to advance to the WPIAL championship, but I think South Fayette wins that again. They're red hot as well.
Aren't they undefeated?
10-0. on their way to 12-0 to emerge into the state championships. But I think everybody wants to see, I'll say 5A, because I think that's everybody's favorite category. Jump to 6A. Central Catholic is getting better, but one of my favorite teams in 6A is Bethel Park. So if Bethel Park this week can knock off Penn Hills, Volpatti, a great running back for Bethel Park. I hope he runs for 300 yards against Penn Hills. If he does that, I'll ask for his autograph.
Go Blackhawks. Thank you.
And but
need that.
It'll end after that because they'll have to play Central Catholic. Central Catholic's just too strong for Bethel Park, I think. North Allegheny is an outstanding team. I think they'll beat Mount Lebanon, but then they'll have to face Pine Ridgeland. I think Pine Ridgeland's beat Central Catholic to win the championship game at Heinz Field on November 17th. I'll be there. 5A is really tough, last but not least. McKeesport opens up against West Allegheny. That should be a bloodbath. They should beat each other up. That is for their little championship because the next week they're going to have to face the team that'll beat Woodland Hills this week. That's the mighty Gateway Gators. Gateway will win.
Say?
The mighty Gateway Gators, the powerhouse of football. And then I think Gateway beats McKeesport the following week. Over on the other side of the brackets is a Gateway wannabe in Penn Trafford. They're 9-1. I think they'll beat Fox Chapel. Penn Trafford has the greatest player in Gateway history, son, John Gay the fifth, I believe he is.
Wow.
The fourth or fifth. And
one of those.
His dad was a great player.
Didn't you say one of the best at Gateway?
In my opinion, he's the best that ever played at Gateway.
I remembered you saying that a couple times.
And I think it's a shame that his son is not playing for Gateway. But
what'd you do to screw that up? I put it on you.
Yeah, that's a real shame. But I still consider his son a Gator. And I told him that when we had him on another station last year, and I told him that, and he tried to correct me. He says, no, I play for Penn Trafford. I said, nobody on this show ever heard of Penn Trafford. So,
whoa.
So I consider him Gateway, but Upper St. Clair and Franklin Regional squares off. That should be a really good game. I think Upper St. Clair wins that. Penn Trafford will beat Upper St. Clair and meet Gateway for the championship.
You're
Gateway's
kidding.
only loss came to Penn Trafford, so Gateway will emerge as the champion. But you know what? I might as well give a player of the week.
Might as well. Come on.
I might as well. How about Gateway's Brady Walker? Needs only 140 yards to become the fifth WPIAL player in the history to throw for 7,000 yards. And don't rule out getting 8,000, getting 8,000 this year. And that's what's on my mind.
8,000?
8,000, the playoffs counts now.
Okay.
So 3 playoff games plus the PIAA state championship
could go on
tournament.
forever.
Oh, heck yeah.
Of course, I thought Gateway had a couple losses.
One loss just to Penn Trafford. 9-1. And they'll be able to avenge that loss. And in my book, that means a perfect season, undefeated.
I appreciate how loyal you are to Gateway, and so do your fans. And take that under advisement on who he said will win that game.
Pittsburgh Sports Line favorite team.
I don't know how he attaches Pittsburgh Sports Line to the Smoking Jim Frazier, What's on Your Mind segment. I can't believe there's so many good players out there and you can't mention any of them.
Oh, Patty from Bethel Park.
Thank
I
you.
love that kid.
Thank you. We appreciate him here in Bethel Park. What's on my mind is Juju Smith-Schuster. Doesn't have his driver's license. Somebody stole his bike. He got his bike back. Then he showed some surprising speed. Big Ben's been throwing terrible this year. Overthrowing guys, missing guys. Can't even yell at the guys because he's overthrowing them and missing them. He throws a perfect pass from the 3-yard line to Juju for about 10 yards. and he took off for a 97-yard touchdown. Looked like he was going to get caught from behind twice. Outran those guys. Big Ben said, Juju, I didn't know you had speed like that. Juju goes, I didn't either. So how can you not like the youngest kid? And I said, the youngest kid in the NFL showing some positivity. Who cares about Martavis, whatever he is? He's benched. He's the number 2 receiver, and look what he did there. You got to give him credit. That just pumped me up with the game, and they won the game. The Steeler defense, I don't care what you say about how bad the defensive coordinator is. I won't even mention his name, Butler, but it's just terrible, the yardage that they gave up. And then Steelers of old showed up at the goal line.
Yes, sir.
I saw hitting that could make a highlight reel, head-on-head hitting like you could not believe there. So even though they gave up 483 yards of offense, that red zone become the no zone for Detroit. Just quite the performance. They bent, but they didn't break, and they won the game. So they end the first half 6-2. They have a bye week, so they can rest up their injured, find hands for Vance McDonald and some others, and we'll see what happens. I'll stay optimistic with the Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, they may ride him like they did last year, the second half of the season, and that seems to be the recipe for the offensive line because they're struggling a little bit. Big Ben's throwing the high ball. He missed more people that were wide open this last game. They were just wide open. It wasn't even close. You can't even complain about it. Oh, well, nobody's saying what's wrong with his arm. I don't hear anybody questioning it. They just said he hasn't been that good this year. But we don't need him to be great. We just need him to compete, get a couple pass completions there. He used to be a stat man. He's starting to struggle on those stats. So the bubble screen will be coming out some more. I can foresee that. And you can't throw it to Vance McDonald because, like I said before, I saw his history with the other team that he dropped a lot of balls, and you argued with me that, no, he's good. He's dropped a lot of balls here with the Steelers. So I don't know what happens to these guys. And I'm just a Steeler fan, bleeding black and gold. 6-2, Steelers are going all the way. Can't beat that. And that's what's on my mind, and we'll be back with Fiction and Fact from Smoking Jim's Almanac.